Hello and welcome to Fablemancers, where we love to make fun of each other, and it's a good time. I almost hit start streaming, and this is the pre-record, but we're good. We're good. We're back with Stars Without Number. This is our third episode, or maybe a bit. Is there something happened that temporal distortion? What? I don't know. The technology gremlins took one from us, but that's fine. Starting off today, Kaiti, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kaiti. They, she pronouns. I don't know why this is the energy I'm bringing to the room today, but I like it. You can find me stealing pies, cooling on windowsills, and also at critical.spark on Instagram. I think that's what it is. Yes, the Twitter one is with the 20, but I don't go on Twitter yet because I'm scared. You can find me there, or you can find me here, talking nonsense and being a little dweeby boy on this here stream and some other streams too. Check them out, they're pretty fun. One time I punched a turkey. True fact. True fact.
True facts, I was there, it happened.
That's right. Yep. Moving on, please, and thank you.
I'm Noah.
Seriously, someone's just gotta cut me off. Go.
I'm Noah. I can be found at Radioactive Voidfish on Instagram and Radioactive Inkstains on Tumblr. I do lots of creative things, mostly digital art, so if you want to see what I'm up to, that's where I can be found. Otherwise, I'm here on this specific stream, and that is it.
You exist nowhere else in the world.
No, I don't exist anywhere else. Only
you die
online.
when we turn you off?
Yeah, I do. I just cease to exist.
So tune in, everyone, to watch Noah exist.
I have no other reason to exist. Please.
Save him from that dark liminal space.
Keep Noah alive. Don't stop the stream.
Hashtag keep Noah alive.
I don't want to go back.
I think Carl's next, right?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
Carl. Hello. You can find me on Twitter at A Field of Carl, and ready to go to space.
Ooh.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. That's frog for hi. My name is Mint. I use they, them pronouns, and you can find me on Instagram at monomints.
Amazing. And I am Sam. I am your Fablemancer and storyteller for today. You can find me at Chef Cargs on most social platforms. Find me Tuesdays on Questline and Wednesdays right here. I think as we all are preparing to jump back into our roles, a brief little recap of what we did last time. We shared some intimate stories around a campfire, some of which may or may not have been remembered and or part of our programming, question marks, hammocks for the win. Delving into a cave where we were looking for spogs and other things, came across other terrifying creatures in there, and thanks to some quick work and great leadership from our group, we looked ahead to the future and avoided a terrible fate. Climbing back out of the cave, you encountered more of the spogs, where you made quick work of capturing them, capturing Mom and Dad, and getting ready to maybe look for one of the Screeching Deaths who you were trying to extract venom from, and or capture alive so that you can have venom forever. Meaning you can sell a large source of it back to your friend, the Vatican. As we pick up, Stars Without Number. Oh wait. Yes.
Every time.
Boom.
Oh my.
To set the scene, you're back in that clearing. At the edge of the clearing, you've tied up the spogs and contemplated taking them back to the ship. And either you're going to... So they're tied up and knocked out for a while, thanks to your efforts. And the tarps you stole, the knockout rounds you used. That said, Alecto and maybe the rest of the crew as well, we're having some second thoughts about capturing animals and poaching and selling them. And yeah, so why don't we open that can of worms?
I think we had reached the conclusion that, like, we will deal with the ramifications socially and, morally later, and that we were going to go and try to track down the screaming death that was possibly killed by these parents. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Alecto begrudgingly was like, yeah, sure, yeah, it's fine, I'm totally fine, it's fine.
How would you like to track down this screaming death and see where those parents, what they got up to over there?
Anyone, like, track stuff?
I can do a notice check and try and, like... Wait. Maybe a no check to remember which way the spogs ran off after the injured
Ooh, I like that.
howling death.
Yeah, howling death, screeching death, screaming death. You've said all three before.
Very noisy death.
It's being translated through a program, so all of them are acceptable.
I'm the program.
Nice one, Sam. Boink.
You're like, I wish you could hear it in the native Milakar. Like,
Yes. It's just...
yeah, exactly.
And then like an audio file. Perfectly blissful face.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll no to see if I remember.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to. 6 was the difficulty on that, so you are successful even with your mods. So as you think back on the memory of like the way that it swung down and picked up one of the kids that you now have in your possession, you can see where all of the frantic like trail marks are, and it's pretty easy to follow deeper into the woods of this jungle planet. As you head deeper with your crew, you pick up the trail. You can see that it's not too far. It's only about 500 meters from your location. So like at a sprint, good like minute, maybe minute and a bit, depending on how good you are at sprinting. But you see that indeed that they did manage to somehow take this thing down from the treetops. You can see where the scuffle happened. You see the scratches of bark and the downed branches, where somehow they either like jumped up or they did something to knock one of the branches out of the tree that the howling death was connected to. It dropped the child and fell in a nearby. It seems that the one that didn't make it back is still there. So there's another spog here that is an adult-sized, adult male. And you see the body of one of the howling deaths.
Is the adult spog alive or is it dead?
You can go over and find out if you'd like.
Cog, this kind of seems like you're...
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, less about the spog and more about, like, the howling death that's beside it that I don't really want to go poking.
I'm gonna look around the path and just find a stick of at least a foot long. I assume that in a jungle I could find a stick.
A good poking stick.
You know what? I got a good idea here. Belker pulls out his rifle and just shoots the dead thing with one of the stun rounds, like one of the howling
What?
death.
I
Mm.
thought you just,
Oh,
I thought
okay.
you were just shooting it. I was like, Jesus Christ!
Shot the howling death.
I got
Not the
this.
spog.
Oh, you shot the howling death, not the spog.
Yeah.
John Wick the Spog.
Gotcha.
She's gonna shoot both. Using like
You're
a
gonna
stun,
shoot both.
the stun rounds, but just gonna shoot both once each with the
I will
I
say
guess
this will
still
be
gonna-
like a combat round, so if you shoot both, you will be at a penalty of -2 with no chance of aiming at either one because you're using both. Like you're using 2 like quick actions to boom boom.
Sure, why not?
Unless you have an ability to like negate that disadvantage.
I
Shoot
do
slower.
not.
You can shoot slower. You can go 1 then 2.
I'm just gonna shoot one at the howling death.
Okay.
Them being like just laying there incapacitated affect at all, like his ability to just shoot them.
Technically, yes. I believe it is a -1 to shoot a prone target at range. That's off the top of my head, and I've got a lot of systems swimming around, so that's what I believe. I think you can negate that penalty by walking up close to it and shooting it point blank.
I don't really want to do that because it's a poisonous murder spider, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna shoot it.
Well, how about we just go like ah and see if it like moves?
I'd say because you're able to aim, like you'll negate that disadvantage.
Right.
So you're just taking the one shot at the howling death.
Yes, Belker has pulled the trigger.
So with the aim, you can negate the disadvantage there. So you can just add your things regularly.
I add my dexterity still?
Yep.
Okay. And then do I add my shoot skill as well?
I believe so. So it's a d20 plus both of those things.
And then plus also my base attack bonus?
Right. Yes. All of that. Yeah. There's so
1, 2,
many cool
3.
things.
Dang.
It's a total of 19.
That hits.
Finish it again.
You hit it with your knockout round, right?
Yeah.
It's knocked even more the fuck out.
And I'll
You see it like kind of like twitch from getting hit by the impact of this thing, but that seems like a regular reaction to being shot.
do the same at the other one. Oh, not so good. That's a 9.
Plus
Oh,
9 total. Oh my. It goes wide. The stationary
That's
target.
Alecto in the butt.
You hear, yeah, like you see it kind of like turn over and it stays down. It's like shifting from one side of the bed to the other when you're asleep.
Captain, why are you trying to shoot the spog? The spog doesn't attack people. They're friendly. And also, it's an adult, so we don't want it.
No, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good point. I didn't want it messing up our business here, but maybe we
Yeah,
can just
yeah.
give her a little.
Even if it is alive, it looks pretty weak, so it's probably fine.
Yeah.
That's all pretty good points. So you're probably right about that.
How hungry is everybody?
Like, me personally, always hungry.
Yeah. I don't think Alecto's particularly hungry after having his first real moral dilemma of his whole life. Of his whole 13 years.
Not
Big
affected.
Yeah, you could eat, but yeah, it's not looking that.
Why do you
appetizing.
ask, Sam?
Just putting it out there. It doesn't seem like knocked out. It definitely seems to be under the effect of the venom. Is what I'm trying to get at.
And you want us to eat it?
No, just curious.
I don't like that.
Hungry for spog sandwiches.
Hey, Cog, you wanna go get the thing? Get the howley?
Yeah, I'll
Good
go.
thing.
I'll get it.
Okay, cool. That's good. I would do it, but you know, it's just it pulled my elbow back there.
Yeah, it's okay, kid. I can wrap up spider thing. It's fine. I'll go drag the spider. I want to wrap like its legs up rope and then pull the rope out and then pull the tarp around and then wrap it again. So he's like really wrapped up, even in case it's not fully dead, in case the trank wears off.
Okay, that sounds pretty useful. Let's set that as a difficulty of... I'm going to say it's 10, because if it does wake up for any reason, then it will be able to struggle free unless you've really bound it down.
Cog, is it dead? Is it?
I mean,
Is it?
can you
is it
tell?
dead?
Like, can I tell?
You can tell it's alive.
Oh, should I just straight up kill it, or do we like want to take it back alive? What did boss guy say?
We could get more venom if it's alive. We could milk it for longer.
Yeah, you could probably just get it alive.
Yeah.
Have you guys got any like extra rope or like chain or anything that I could like really tie it up with if we're gonna take it alive?
Let me look at my Jansport.
Are any of you good at like knots? Did you take Boy Scouts or some shit?
I mean, Amy could help by holding it, because if it wakes up and bites, give me some time. I don't know.
I've
I
got
think that
like
right now it's like tranked. I'm just worried about it getting loose
Escaping,
later if it wears off before we run out of rounds and like nobody's on guard watching it. Just before we get back to the syndicate.
Actually, I brought the perfect thing for this, just in case we like caught a thing, and I'll pull out just some like I guess like some like metal cables that'll be like stronger than rope that will like be that you wrap around it. I'm using my sense the need psychic shit.
Beautiful.
And I'll just pull out like a long thin metal thingy so that it's like even if they like struggle out of the bag or whatever, you can kind of create a bit of a netting to like keep it in place. I'll yeet that in your direction, and it's gonna be like the shortest, saddest throw you've ever seen, and he's gonna look embarrassed.
You just
like,
Cog has
guys.
to walk like 2 feet and pick it up.
So I just elbow, I just pulled it back there when I was doing.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Sure.
Bring that Alecto.
Why are you describing
What?
my childhood right now? Why?
See, this is the thing. I was talking about it in the Discord earlier, but I was like, hey, so either Alecto is the biggest dweeb ever, or he's like the coolest kid, and I really want to hang out with him. I'm not sure which it is. It could be both.
I think he is both.
He's both.
Oh, hang on, short pause. I didn't know Cooper was trapped in here.
Cooper. That
I
hit.
got stuck.
Tragic. He's like cool when he's not trying, but like not cool when he is trying, you know?
I think it's like, I don't think he's ever cool, but it's like endearing sometimes, I think is more the thing. That like, especially when he's not trying, he's kind of being himself, it's just like endearing. But then he'll do something wicked cool. Like pull a metal rope out of his butt.
Out of his butt. Oh no.
Oh, where do you keep that?
My butt upholding.
Is this
Not a
13-year-old been
safe
to
place
prison?
store that.
My butt pocket, okay? Whoa, 13, everyone.
Is that what you're calling it now?
Mom!
Disadvantage.
You cannot assign my out of character sayings to my character.
I lost inspiration for that one.
Y'all lost inspiration for that one.
Jail,
Anywho.
jail, 10,000 years, jail.
10,000 years jail for sure. So will that help Noah with his roll? Begin the roll?
Yeah.
Sorry, help Cog with his roll. Cog's not rolling. It's very confusing. I'm hoping giving Cog the rope will help with the DC.
Definitely, because this is your ability. Automatically, you're going to decrease this by 2, so this will be an 8.
Oh wait, I have to roll for this.
Oh, you do have to roll for this.
I think so. I think I have to do something.
I thought last time it was
what's
just like it's something that you recall and then you have it, so you can bring it back.
Well, why would I have skills in precognition if I don't roll for precognition?
That's where like I can test like the limits of your precog. Like, so if you're trying to do something really far into your, especially because like now you can go a week into your future.
Right.
If you're really trying to narrow down.
It?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's some things you can just do that are part of your ability, and then there's other times I'm like,
up my precog.
because when you do stretch for something, you're gonna need it big time.
Okay, and we all know that there's no self-control. Anywho, what's the new DC?
It's 8. Would anyone else like to contribute to this?
What is this roll for? Is it just for tying it up?
How securely?
Yes.
Yeah.
To tie it up so that it can't break free later, to like really secure.
Yeah, Belker will help out with that, just in terms of like pushing
Say those knots
into position, just like kind of being the muscle here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you need like someone to like hold one side or like put a finger down like on the point and you like cinch it up. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Let's.
Because we're not using sailor knots, we're tying it like a very pretty package for Christmas. You can put your finger in the bow.
I mean, Amy could help with the tying, make it a little bit more precise, a little bit more tight, maybe.
Amy is a human shield for Alecto right now because he's definitely hiding behind you while they're doing this.
But does that mean I can help lower the DC?
You could, yeah. If you both, so make both of you can make. So Belker's going for like a strength type of roll here.
I was thinking like exert.
Exert sounds perfect. Let's say the DC for this is 8, so that if you're successful, you will help. If you aren't successful, you won't. And if you're really not successful, we'll talk about that later. Oh. Okay, I thought that was going to come up later, but we're going to talk about that right now. You go to like put your weight into it. You push just a little too hard and break a part of its exoskeleton.
Oh fuck!
Oh jeez!
It's not where the venom is, so you're not at risk of that. But yeah, you hear the crunch of this, and then you've got this like substance on your fingers that it's tingling but not burning.
What was that?
Oh.
What was that? What was that sound?
Doctor, can you please take a look at our captain?
He's fine. It was just a leg, Alecto. It just broke. It's not awake. You're fine.
Oh, why did you break its leg?
That's the worst thing that's happened to me in like an hour at least.
Wash your hand or something.
What?
I don't know. Rub it on a leaf. Wet leaf.
Okay.
Wet leaf. Wash it.
Wash leaf. We need a wet leaf for your staff. Doctor's orders.
I'll pour some water out of my. Just come over here. I'll pour some water out of your hand, and you can.
Thanks, buddy.
Soap if you have any.
I mean, I feel like you always have like a nice thing of hand sanitizer on you. What do you got over there?
Alecto, when you pour water on this, it becomes very sticky. Like, have you ever seen like aloe and like worked it a whole bunch and where it gets like really like crazy fibrous and intense?
No, have you?
Yes.
Why?
Because I thought it was cool to make your own things, but so you like try to work on this, it begins to like foam up a little bit, and suddenly this little like bit of like goo that was on you, Belker, has doubled in size. Again, it's just kind of like tingling. It's not burning.
Cog!
I'm gonna take out a bottle of 70% alcohol and toss it at them. Put that on it. That's all I got.
Yeah, like Alecto goes to like catch it, just like pops up.
Alecto doesn't go to catch it. Alecto goes to like not get hit by it. 100%. Because the kid in dodgeball that goes like, they're like catch. He's like ah.
Belker will try and catch it with his offhand, I guess.
You
sticky,
do,
so
and
sticky,
you
right?
apply it, and it just slips right off. It's gone. It's off. you.
What to wear?
On the
Is that
ground.
all the
It's an
floor?
alcohol.
Yeah, you see, like
Okay,
the
well,
grass and the
thing.
plants down there are now coated with this stuff.
Oh, Lecter's got his head between his knees.
Belker's mustache is just twitching like agitatedly.
So I rolled for it and got very high, and you ruptured one of its like webbing sacs.
I beg your what?
It doesn't have. Or like the webs that it swings from comes out of.
It swings.
Not the ones that it swings from. Those are the ones that it uses to. So it's got two. It's got ones that it kind of projects traditional arachnid where from the back. I'm so sorry, Katie.
Oh, go on.
These ones are little vegetables that are like in its abdomen that when it captures its prey, it releases these ones to entwine them and keep them there.
The tying them up.
I'm gonna go get my vape.
Need a hit after that description.
So yeah, should you ever be hunted by one of these creatures and get picked up from them, this is the way that it would capture you so that you would cling to its body so it can continue to use its ligaments or its ligaments.
Did you make this
But
up?
these
or is
aren't
this
like-
part of the game.
I made this up. This is me.
Why?
Scary and fun.
Damn! You never make me anything pretty. You only make me things that are creepy.
Hey, I've been accused of
Val
only
and Jess
making
were
like
wearing
beautiful
flower crowns,
characters
so
and
they're
not.
pretty.
I'm
I
trying to
haven't
break out of
seen
my
it.
box here. Like as you look back at the body, you see that there's 5 other areas that look similar to the one that you just ruptured. So as long as you're careful, it should be fine.
Yeah, you
5
know,
other web sacks? Oh boy.
let's
7
not
total.
touch those. For sure, that was not good. I did not like that.
It can still produce venom. It's fine. It's still within the breach.
That's the important thing.
So I'm
Mhm.
gonna tie it up.
Amy, are you still helping?
Yes.
What,
Get it lower than an 8, hopefully.
yeah, what
Not
are
doing
you
orders?
trying to do to help in this situation?
I feel a little bit torn because I had my suggestion, but Alecto needs shielding.
No, go, please
Go?
go. Please, it's good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's back over by Belker with
The
the
goop
the
is
goop
here
on the
now.
I'm taking over for
Here now.
Belker now that now that there's a position available. Hopefully with a little bit more precision.
Give it a 5
It's not better.
plus anything
Okay,
for your skills and your attribute.
I'm just gonna look over at Amy, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna yell into my comm that goes into her head and be like, just do it again, just do it again, just do it again. And I'm gonna use my new psychic feat, which is or psionic technique, which is called alternate outcome. It's once a day. I can use the lucky feat basically, where you can reroll a skill check because I really don't want you to smush this spider because I think I might throw up in real life and in the game. So you can reroll and you can use the better of the 2 rolls. I am out of psionic effort for today. Did you do it badly again?
7's close. Do you have a +1 from anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am gonna do my +1 from wisdom because she knows exactly the anatomy of the spider from the dossier thing.
Yep. And a lot of your skills are like level 0 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. With a no and an 8 just successful, this will bring the DC down to 6 for Cog. We've lost a lot of brain cells along the way. Cog, finish this up.
This is the longest it's ever taken anyone to tie a bag closed with so many casualties. Like, it is just a nightmare.
Gotta be precise. Gotta be precise.
Absolute nightmare.
X is +1, which would even out 7.
7 beats the skill of 6. So you use this incredible contraption that Alecto foresaw needing, wrapping it up using the strength, using your own strength, and a little bit from Amy. You are able to like very skillfully and thoroughly tie up this howling death. And
I'm using
it's
that
safe for
thing.
transport.
I'm using that thing where it's like you're helping someone move a couch, but you're just like touching it. You're not really lifting. You're like, you are there.
Yeah. I'll like over my shoulder and just like hike it up and be like, right, we got it. We're good.
Can we go now?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get back to ship.
Yeah, you go to leave.
Cash and go.
You see the spog is beginning to twitch awake.
Get it, Captain. Get it.
I mean, we don't need it, right? We can just leave it.
What?
Fog that.
Oh, this one? Oh, just the one. Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah. Live its life.
Yep.
Yeah, you see it like get up very like drunkenly, like it's still under the effects of the venom. It's trying to like stand, like hits into the tree, knocking a lot of the bark off the trunk, and it's like searching around, and it just curls up and goes back to sleep.
Oh.
Bippy.
You take
Oh,
everything
what a guy,
back with
he
you
need to
to the
rest.
ship, and you do successfully get back to the ship. Loading everything up.
Pick up our spogs on the way.
Yeah, there are no complications there. You dealt with that scene earlier, and everything was that scene went according to plan. They're tied up. They're still tied up and knocked out. You get them on the ship. And before you take off, you do remember that you have to get past the security, the guards that patrol this world. The Malakar do not appreciate poachers. But you've been past them before.
Can I use like the same code to go past? That makes sense because we used it coming in, so it would be weird if it was different going out. I will do that. I will put the doop-a-doop-doop-doops.
Yep, you send the code. And
Ready to roll for that?
No, because we rolled for that in session 1.
Okay, so it just works. Okay, cool.
Or 2, or wherever. Yeah, 2. No, the numbers. Run away.
Rolled for it previously.
We've previously rolled for it, so we don't need to roll for it again. Fabulous. It works. Fantastic. He's amazing.
It works great. They check your ID code. It checks out. It's not even an older code. It's current. It is what their current rotation uses. And there are no questions asked as you are able to leave the planet and leave the Malakar system should you wish.
Oh. We have enough fuel to get back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you skillfully negotiated with your employer, Bracken Shaw, for passage, enough fuel to get you there and back as part of your fee. Returning to the Anodyne system, the consortium grants you clearance as you dock your ship. No check needed because this is a very a well-used route. Exactly as expected. You unload your creatures, which you have kept sedated, and you take them to Brackenshaw. Is that what we're doing?
Would our pair of spogs have had litter yet?
They look. Do a no check or any other applicable medical facilitation.
Could I do a notice?
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe comparing
I can
the
help.
screen information that Alecto or Amy pulled up and comparing it to the spog in front of me and spot the difference between heavily pregnant and unpregnant spog and where they are in their gestation.
At this point, it's a check of 6.
Yeah, I feel like I could probably help because I did all that research, so we could like go through it together and we could like try to like weigh them or something. I would imagine they'd weigh more if they were pregnant.
Amy could help by scanning.
Scanning for pregnancy? Can you do that?
Well, just like I just imagine that it's like, you know, precise lasers being able to like get the increments to compare the two images.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say that that's enough help to make this like not even need a roll. You would be able to ascertain that within a day's time, these will give birth.
And we are we're like ahead of schedule at this point. Probably like on schedule.
You are on schedule at this point. If you need to spend a day to kind of make this birth happen, you certainly may.
And how much venom did we milk?
In a day's time?
Our travel
Wow.
back.
Roll to milk venom.
You've got 5 cc's of venom. It's enough to take down a horse.
Dang.
You want to like
Wow.
keep that and give them the creature and let them handle it themselves, and we're like charge them more for the creature because it'll have like, you know, they can like, it's unlimited. They can milk it to their heart's desire.
They wanted the full life.
I think they just wanted some venom, but
That's
like
right.
I think that they were like they wanted the venom from the deathy thingies, but then I think Sam was like, you gather that probably they would like a animal to keep giving the venom, so we could probably, you know, talk up the cost a bit. The live boy, even with a ruptured web sac, probably a plus, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good plan. Just like sell the live things, you can get a bonus for that.
So, here's the thing.
Dangerous cargo and all that.
As you examine the Howling Death, you've noticed that it's completely healed. The rupture is no problem. It's gone.
Well, that's deeply worrying. I would like to not
Don't
have this
like
on
that.
for any more than
Nope.
like one more day, personally.
Yeah, we should keep it until we dock and then immediately get rid of it. But hey guys, I have a question. So like, I can't remember his name. I wrote it down, but I forgot. The guy that we're meeting with.
Brackenshaw.
That's the one, Bracken, because it's not Belker, but it's close. He said like specifically that he didn't want grown-ups. So like, if we bring him the grown-ups, he's gonna smush them, and I don't feel super good about that. So what are we gonna do about that?
We can keep the Spog parents.
On the ship?
To use as rations.
As Russians?
Rations.
Oh. That's worse.
At this very moment, you hear one of the air ducts open up and you see a turtle fall out.
Oh! I'm gonna try to catch it. Every time.
The air duct.
Yeah. 100%. Just gonna like get the net that I always have on me to like try to catch this fucking turtle because we can never catch it.
Make a dexterity attack.
A dexterity attack?
So you can add your
I've
basic...
never attacked anything.
It's a d20, and use your dexterity. I guess shoot.
So I'm adding 0 to all of this. Wait, was shoot?
Will you add your
just
base
be a
attack
dex-
bonus too?
Which is 0.
Do you have one?
Which is 0. And then my dexterity, which is 0. And then my shoot, which is -1. So this is why we can never catch it. Because he like insists he's gonna do it every time. He's like, I got this, I got him. And then let's roll a d20 and see what happens. Boop, Roll 1d20. Oh, 19!
Let's go.
Minus 1, 18!
You are so startled that you pick this thing up. Alecto, what's your AC?
Oh no, is it gonna bite me? Ah, fucking. I said specifically I was using a net. What's my AC? I don't know. Where is it? Bottom left. Oh, 13.
13. I rolled an 18. As you pick this thing up, you're stunned that you caught it, and you panic a little bit, and it just bites you like on the forearm just enough to draw blood. You take 1 point of damage.
I drop it? Probably.
You drop it, you see this thing like, and like scuttle off. It's going a little fast for a turtle.
Oh, you bitch!
A turtle is departing.
It has a name, doesn't it?
I don't think we've named it because we haven't caught it and held it for long enough to give it a name.
Terrence, the turtle who snaps.
I did name him Terrence. Damn it. Terrence! I'll get you one day, you shellac bastard.
Yeah, my notes on the turtle, Terrence, the turtle who snaps, are rogue turtle on the ship. Got loose on the ship and has the special ability to swim in low gravity. Swim is in quotations.
Yeah.
It gets away for now. But you've picked up the scent.
And strikes again.
I don't know. What do kids use as band-aids when they don't know anything? I'm just gonna grab like a handful of space tissues, I don't know, and just like stick it to my arm.
How many
I don't think I have
tissues?
I don't know. I don't feel like I have a. I don't think I have like a med kit or anything. So I'm just gonna like
roll a d20.
I do.
I'll just suck on it. It's fine. It was one thing. I'll just lick it. It's
Doctor, please tend to Alecto.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will.
It's fine. It's fine.
Get your mouth on. Do you know how many germs are in your mouth? And Cog is like grabbing his arm and pulling, like pushing his head in the other direction. Like, forcefully. It starts.
Alright, God. Okay, God.
Smears disinfectant all over it, and then just wraps it up in regular
it
bandage.
stings.
Yeah, you see like the
Yeah,
trauma, like Terrence doesn't have sharp teeth. This is just like blunt trauma that has like been enough to like break through the skin.
Oof.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Alright.
Disinfected.
Okay, cool. Well, that sucked.
It'll be fine. It'll heal.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So what do we do with these spogs? I don't want to eat them. That seems uncool. Realistically, we should have probably left them there and just took in their baby, and then like ran away. Because now I feel like we should like return them to their home planet and not have them on board our ship.
Spog meat would be very useful.
Think we could find somewhere else to sell them on the station here? Like, is that... I don't know, would somebody buy them?
I mean,
No, Bracken Shaw doesn't want them. Maybe somebody else? I don't know.
yeah, I mean, maybe there's a spog farmer somewhere that we could like sell them to, so they could go to an farm, an actual farm, not a like he died
Farm
and
on
went to a
station.
farm. Yeah, not a metaphorical farm, but a literal farm. Some, I don't know. And it's like not on our hands. I mean, I would like to eat them because they look good. Spog bacon.
Alecto doesn't have to eat Spog, but if the rest of the crew would like to.
Okay, you know what, you guys? You just do whatever you want. And Alecto's just gonna like storm off to his room.
I mean,
He can't slam it because his door is in zero gravity.
fine.
it's also one of the ones that go like shh. So you can't really slam that.
But it shoops more loud than usual.
Yes, it's a resounding shoop.
I mean,
mhm.
I don't know, like what we're supposed to do, because we need the babies for the job that we already signed up for. We're on contract. We kind of have to fulfill our job. I'm not huge on working for this guy long term. I don't like this dude. He's obviously exploitative and a pain in the ass and a piece of shit. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to stick around here that much longer either, but like, we should try and find some sort of home for these things if we can.
Yeah, and I at least want my money for all the shit that we've gone through. So we're taking the babies to him.
And we have a day here until the litter that we can like look around the station, see if we can find a home for them once they have their litter, and then, you know, we can at least take this day to find some sort of alternative, maybe, right?
Yeah.
That sounds good. 2 things to keep in mind. If we are going to no longer be in Brackenshaw's employment, we should have something else lined up. The other thing is, still keep in mind that, while it would be nice to find home for these spas, the reality of using them as food might be something that we have to face. Because I do need to feed you guys. So.
I don't think that's going to sit well with the kid, though. I mean,
I can talk to him.
Yeah, Belker, you check your chili supplies, and they're running a little low on the protein side.
I can handle Alecto.
All right. I mean, if you want to talk to him,
We'll first go with trying to find a home. But if we can't, then food is a perfectly good alternative as long as we honor and use the whole animal.
yeah. Which I mean, I agree with. I'm all for eating them, but this kid is obviously pretty upset about it, and
He is a kid.
yeah,
But he's also
I
part
don't
of the
really
crew,
want to be
like-
like, "Hey, dude, wake up! The world's cruel." But like, "Hey, dude, the world's cruel." I don't have.
Doesn't
it's
have
like,
to be that way.
I don't know how to manage kids.
Yeah, Cog,
I
your implant's getting a little itchy at all this stress.
They're like,
I understand your concerns, but I can take care of Alecto.
Speaking of
Great.
Alecto, what are you listening to right
Okay,
now in your
well,
room?
What is that band that I'm thinking of? Really melodic, almost musical theater, hardcore metal. It also is very orchestral.
This is a thing. I
Symphonic
need to
metal?
hear this now. Oh my gosh, it sounds great.
there's symphonic metal.
Symphonic metal is what I'm thinking of. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Sweet.
funny because I do not listen to metal at all. Carl does. I don't, and so I'm just making it up. I just assume it's a thing. So here we are, symphonic metal. Let's go. He listens to symphonic metal.
And if it isn't now, it can be in the
Yup. And I think he's got a baseball, and he's trying to do that thing that kids do where they hit it against the wall angrily and catch it, but he's got the 0 grav on, so it just keeps going. He's like, fuck.
Oh!
Yeah.
Just does the screensaver bounce around the room just off the
Yeah.
walls?
That's feels
waiting
like
for
a
it to hit a
metaphor.
corner.
Yeah, as you catch it for the first time in 5 minutes, Amy walks into your room.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Alecto. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
I've said what I have to say about it, and that's how I feel.
Yeah?
And did they send you? They sent you to talk to me?
No. I said that I would come talk to you because I was concerned. I know that there are a lot of conflicting feelings around this, and I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings. There is unfortunately the reality that we must eat other living things in order to survive, as they have lots of nutrients. And I'm also not saying that you have to partake in eating. You don't even have to be around it. I will make you something else and something special and full of marshmallows. but it is the circle of life.
Right, whatever, Mama. That's what you want to do.
Do you want to talk more about it?
No. I don't want to eat them, but if you want to eat them, I guess you'll do whatever you want. I'm a kid, I don't gotta say, so. I'll just go back to doing my programming and making the ship run and not making decisions.
Can I tell you a story?
Is it about weird mermaids and other stuff, or is it relevant?
It's about when I was young and when my favorite pet chicken died.
Is this a made-up story?
No, it's very real.
Okay.
So, I grew up on a farm, and when I was very young, my favorite chicken died. And I couldn't let go, so I watched the body rot and decay, and just watching that horrible mess evolve, I couldn't help thinking about how if I had eaten him, he could have lived in my hair forever until I had cut it off, and we could have been together forever. I could have used his energy to fuel my body, and we could have been together in like a way that just, I don't know, transcends all of this. But I let it go to waste, and he's, in a sense, gone forever. I suppose one with the earth now, but when you love something that much, you just want to hold on to it forever.
That was a horrible story. Okay, first of all, can I insight check in some way to see if this is a real story? Because again, it feels like people are fucking with me. One, I don't think that Aimee was ever little, nor do I think that she ever lived on a farm. And third, why is everyone trying to make me eat these fucking spogs? I cannot eat the spogs if I don't want to eat the spogs!
Aimee's not trying to make you eat them. Aimee's trying to validate your emotions and help you work through this so that while maybe you're not eating the spogs, you're okay, or at least coming to terms with the fact that it's a normal function of life.
Okay,
do you
so
ever
Aimee does
like
have
a
some flesh. She's like,
is it a no check or a connect check to know whether this is bullshit? Like knowing that she's a robot and so probably didn't ever live on a farm.
She's a
or like
cyborg.
connecting.
people flesh.
Connect. I'd say as a
She's
connect.
not really.
Connect feels
yeah.
Connect feels.
All right, I'm gonna
Connect and
I'm gonna
wisdom.
roll for connect. Connect with wisdom. Let's go. I'm gonna roll 2d6. That's a 9 minus 1 plus 1, so a 9.
This is an opposed check. So Aimee, you don't tell me what this is. Just make a roll for your storytelling. And
I don't have to tell you what the role is.
no, don't tell me what you're adding to it. Just make a roll with your 2d6s as a skill check,
Okay.
and then add your modifiers.
He doesn't want me to know as Katie whether you're lying or not.
Okay.
It's like in D&D where it's like you can roll either persuasion or deception, but you don't have to tell me which one.
Do I tell you what it now comes to?
Yes. What is the total?
8.
8. I like to. This feel like you feel a lot of like emotions right now, and it's hard to like kind of sift through them. But a lot of this is just as you're looking at Aimee's hair as it's like shiny and steamy, and not like real physical hair. It's hard to believe this story. You can choose to believe it or not, but it's up. You're really unsure.
Can I just say something, Aimee? I don't know what it is lately with all the crew. Like, I'm not a kid. I'm not like 7. I'm an adult. At least like as close to one. Like I'm not a kid anymore. I can tell when you all are like making up stuff to try to make me feel better or try to make me do what you want. And like it's demeaning. And I have worth. I have stuff I do on this ship that no one else can do. Could you have found that code and put us through that thing? No. Could you have figured out other stuff that I do all the time? No, probably not. Or maybe you could, because you're a computer. But like, all I'm saying is, just like, if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. If you want to like talk down to me like I'm a child, then you can just get out of my room.
Alecto, I respect you, and I would never lie to you.
Okay, thanks, Mama. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, I respect your space. And she steps out.
As you gather yourselves and like prepare to leave the ship with your bounty. Mm-hmm.
While they're doing that, can Cog and I go look for a potential buyer for the spog?
Can we find a barbecue and and some recipes?
I mean, we want to, but we'll at least try and find them a home first.
Yeah, you
As
head
long
to
as
the
it's-
district.
As long as it's been a day and we have 3 there now.
Yeah, knowing that like Amy needs like some time and to want to talk to Alecto and kind of see what's going on there, you head to the market district and begin to converse with other buyers. I'd say like this is either a talk check to work the crowd and find out who would be interested, or a notice check. Maybe they've got a sign up. Maybe there's a group of people around, or a restaurant or something.
Restaurant.
Or breeder.
Yeah, I'll take a talk check, see if I can ask people about, breeders, farms, anything like that. Place might be able to find them a home.
And Cog, how are you searching the crowd?
Honestly, I think Cog would just walk around and go, Spogs, Spogs, we have Spogs, bonded adult pair Spogs, for sale Spogs.
Let's adopt together.
Oh,
2 for 1,
that
bonded
is
pair
incredible.
Spogs.
My
It's their
goodness.
sale tag.
Okay. Why? Spogs. It's slightly broken. Hang on. Okay. I'd say a performance check, like perform check, makes sense to me.
Yeah, let's go. I like that because it's like either like he gets a bunch of people or they get a bunch of people to like buy from them, or like everyone's like, oh, what the fuck?
So a talk check with an attribute that you feel is appropriate for the way that you're talking to people, and a perform check, same thing for your attribute.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a talk with charisma, I think.
Okay, straight up talk, right?
Oh, that's 3.
Yeah, you keep calling them sporks, and no one seems to know what you're talking about. It's yeah, you work the crowd a bit. People are like, oh, you again. Unsure. You get a mixed bag of results. No one seems very interested in your sporks.
Okay.
Cog?
Perform plus... I would say charisma, but I also kind of want to say con because they're less about being like, hey, we've got Spogs, and more like just loud.
Loud and continual, and like...
And continual.
You're going to outlast everyone's...
You will not ignore me. My
Yeah.
advertisement will be heard.
I fucking love that. Yeah, let's go.
So it'll balance out to +0.
That's
8.
really
Ooh,
good.
nice.
Yeah, you find several potential buyers. There's a couple of restaurants on the station that would be very interested in acquiring your spogs. You also find more interesting than than meal prep. You find an old couple who run a small time like pet store, and would be happy to take them on and like continue to let them breed and sell their pets.
And these people give off like a treat their animals well kind of vibe.
Do you want to meet them on your own, or do you want to go with Belker, or do you want to bring the whole crew to them?
I think that I'll like get their information. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll just check back with headquarters, and I'll get right back to you within the next day, and then I'll go back and find Belker. Be like, got their number. I found a good potential buyer.
Oh, nice.
And they're like a breeder, so like probably better than selling them off to like a restaurant and then having to lie to Alecto and be like, yeah, we sent them to a farm, but we can like actually tell them like it's a pet store and breeders, so they're probably going to keep them alive and like treat them well because they're selling them for pets, not food. So
I think that's a great solution.
Sick. I guess we should go like tell him and like talk it over with him because like we did this for him.
Yeah, we can't like sell them until tomorrow anyway, so let's head back to the ship.
Sick. Okay.
And when we get back, I think Belker's gonna like just go over the intercom and be like, hey, everybody, can we have like a crew talk in the mess hall real quick?
Family meeting.
Amy, what are you making for family meeting snack?
Anything spider-esque.
Spog-shaped meatballs.
This isn't IKEA.
Svenska Spogbowl. No, it's pumpkin soup with fennel and goat cheese sprinkled on top.
Ooh.
Taste goat cheese.
That's good.
I think that Alecto definitely, like, for a second thinks about not going, and then he was like, fuck. Okay, fine. Because it's like, Captain is telling him to do it, and he's like, he is mad, but will not go so far as insubordination, because he is a consummate professional.
You eat the soup, and it is incredibly delicious. Really smooth, velvety texture. You've like crumbled some like pumpkin seeds on top that you've like rehydrated, and it's just that perfect like balance between velvety and crunchy and deliciousness.
All right, everybody, I gotta say something here. I don't really like what's going on right now. There's kind of like feels like there's a division in the crew. I mean, we're all out here in space together, and we're the only people we can rely on. So we do have to listen to each other and try to like treat each other with a modicum of respect. And we can't like try to force any one of us into doing something we don't want to do. I mean, I don't know. It's if one of us doesn't want to do something, I don't think any of us should be doing that. So, just, I think Alecto was within his right to not want to eat the spogs, and it maybe wasn't right of us to try to like push him into it. We did find a buyer, Alecto. They seem to be a breeder, like an old family or something. That we can sell the spogs to, so we're not gonna eat them. I just wanted everybody to like, you know, we're a little crew here. We're all we've got out here, and we should like maybe try to all respect each other a little bit more. I feel like maybe, you know, I maybe beat up on Alecto a little bit too much sometimes. So I'm sorry, buddy. But no, I think we can find a home for these spogs and kind of hopefully move past this.
That is such great news about the spogs.
I've been thinking about it a lot, and I don't think we should sell them to anybody, because I think that like making them have babies that they like take away from them and sell to other people is kind of like kind of like lifelong torture. So I think that we should take the babies and sell them because that's what we said we should do. And then I think we should kill the parents. And I would like to be the one to do it, and I don't want anyone to eat them. How does everyone feel about that?
So you want to kill them and not use any of them?
I want to kill the parents, and you can take the babies and do the deal that we already said, but I don't want to sentence them to, like, having kids over and over again that get taken away from them, because once felt, like, shitty, so...
Sure, I get that part, but, like, you want to kill them and not use any part of in any way.
We don't deserve it. We didn't take them because we wanted to eat them. We didn't need their meat or whatever. We took them because we needed their babies just to do a deal that we agreed to. Like, they were made and put here to be food for people. I want to put them out of their misery and then send them off into space and not desecrate their bodies further by consuming them after we've stolen their kids. It feels wrong. And I don't really want to argue about it, and I can't believe we're still talking about it, honestly. I don't eat their babies.
Look,
I don't want you to eat
kid,
their
I
babies.
understand, but I also come from a place where we don't waste things like that. We don't get to.
Okay.
I don't get to eat nice things very often. None of us get that kind of thing. We're already running low on
delicacy?
protein.
Okay.
No, not a delicacy. It's survival. We're running low on stuff. We're running low on money, and I don't want to just waste it. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and I totally understand wanting to pay respect to them, but is there a way that we could pay respect to them, not lead them to a lifelong torture because of something that we signed up on to, and not waste things?
How about this? How about I take my cut of whatever money we get from this, and I will buy you all the protein you want. We're not on your planet anymore. We will have money after this. I'll buy you protein so you'll be able to eat your sandwiches, and I can do the thing that feels right for me. How about that?
I guess. If you have to do that, if you have to be... Sure. Go for it.
Great. And that's the plan. Let's go sell some babies.
The soup's cold.
Oh, yeah. I think that Alecto actually ate it without complaining this time. Getting used to
Vegetarian
vegetables because he ain't gonna fucking eat meat anymore now that he knows where it comes from.
There's no way we could take another job that would take us past that system and we can just drop them off on the way.
Potentially. It's just unknown.
Is that viable to any of you? Does that sound like a thing we could do? I know we're like not thrilled about working for this guy anymore.
I mean, like, that's definitely a nicer option to let them go live their lives. I don't know what their, like, memory is like. I could probably look it up. Don't know if there's extensive research on Spog memory.
There's not.
It's not. That's fair. I don't know. I don't know if they'll, like, be sad about it forever, or... I don't know.
We've given them clinical depression.
I did not write that part of their lore. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Okay, like,
you got
T.O.
me. I got your...
T.O. Katie has a really hard time with breeding. My mom has a dog that was bred and talks to me about it all the time, even though I ask her not to, very nicely every single time. And so I have a bit of trauma around breeding specifically. And so I think that's why I'm getting so upset about it, because it makes me really unhappy, the idea of, like, having an animal specifically to, like, make them have babies and then take them away, even if they don't remember it later. I feel like it still sucks in the moment to not have a baby that you're supposed to still be, like, feeding. So I think that's why Alecto's going so hard on this. It might be a Katie thing and not an Alecto thing. But if we want to move on from this particular subject, just let him flush them out the window and then we'll go and live our lives.
Totally. And yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
I mean,
Airlock?
I Noah am fine with Alecto doing whatever the fuck he wants with the spogs.
I know. I understand. Cog is like, don't waste it, and I totally get that too. It's like, well, it also like seems like a waste. I understand that like argument as well. Of like, okay, so it's like if they're gonna be dead already, and like we've already like done a bad thing and wasted their lives, then why not like take something from it? But I think the way Alecto's looking at it is like, we don't deserve to take anything from it because we fucked up, so we should suffer not getting the nourishment and not taking something from it, and like just have a like lovely ceremony and send them off out into space or something so they don't have to suffer anymore. I feel like everyone's like, yeah, we should just eat them. And he's like, you guys are horrible. You want to like kill their kids and then eat them?
He's just a kid, and these are complex emotions.
Totally. So he's like, I'm 13.
That's where I'm coming from, and trying to explain and try to work it out. Like, listen, this is something that happens all the time, and I will totally respect you if you want to be vegetarian or vegan. But I have 2 other crew members who love eating meat, and as life support, I must support them.
Yep. I feel like Ivy's trying really hard to get along. Yeah, I feel like Ivy's like doing her best job trying to parent with like a parenting program that doesn't come with any like, you know, what to do in this particular situation. But like, you know, it was like, that's a really cool thing that you say to a kid, but it wouldn't work with a particular kid. And this kid's like, I know what you're doing, and it's shitty.
Well, he just thinks because he's a kid with kid processing.
Put on kid protocol. Yeah.
That she's just bullshitting, and she's like, I just wanted to help you. Oh my god.
I'm actually just trying to be sincere. How is this wrong? You're a kid. I have my kid program running. Is there an error in the kid program? I don't understand.
She's doing her best.
So,
Alecto is... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, just to kind of wrap this up in a bow, you take the babies and sell them to your employer, who compensates you appropriately, and you do with the others as you see fit. We will not discuss it any further. So for getting the venom and for getting the rest of the bounty to Barkshire, you are awarded 250 credits.
We've learned some things, and Alecto is now vegetarian. Or marshmallow-atarian. I guess he was probably kind of vegetarian.
Carbs and sugar. That's his diet.
Carbs and sugar. Let's go. We're gonna Baja blast away into the stars.
So with your 250 credits, that doesn't buy you a ton. You definitely need another job. Are you sticking with Barkshire, or are you going to try and find other employment elsewhere?
I think that might be like a conversation we'd want to have less aggressively, and maybe next week, because it's almost 9:30.
That being said, let's do our outros.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Katie. I have trauma, don't we all? You can find me calling my therapist later, or setting spiders on fire spray. Or you can find me on Instagram at critical.spark. You can find me here doing this stream with Fablemancers. You can find me on other pre-recorded streams with Fablemancers. You can find me cuddling my cat later for comfort. And on to you, Noah.
Noah. I'm on Instagram as Radioactive Voidfish and on Tumblr as Radioactive Ink Stains. I do art and drag and makeup and all sorts of crazy stuff. So if you want to see that, that's where I am.
I'm Carl. You can find me on Twitter at A Field of Carl. And you can find me later having a great sleep.
Hi, I'm Mint. I'm currently at the bottom of the ocean, but if you have any questions, you can reach me on Instagram at monomint.
Hey, I'm Sam. You can find me on social media as Chef Kargs. You can catch me Tuesdays on Questline, where we're playing Star Trek Adventures right now and having a blast on the USS Binary. Palpatine may have returned, so what is the cross-fandom bullshit that's going on there. It's great.
I was gonna say, I was confused.
Everybody, there was a hood and a holodeck incident, lightning, yep, all of that.
Very, very frightening.
Catch up with us on Twitter or any social media with Fablemancers. You can check out the links here, and here. And of course, remember, the dice roll your story, but you weave the tale. Bye!